It is early morning at the flying field, and people are starting to show up, starting to set up tables, putting up the pop-ups, and we'll be ready to go for first flights of the day in about 2 hours, I believe. The field where we're flying is right next to this golf course. Yesterday we got approval to bring the generators that are powering everything down this access road through the golf course right over to there. That was very nice, being able to just drive this stuff here this morning rather than having to carry it around through the access opening in the fence. One of the rules on here is no dogs, and all day long people come and they bring their dogs here and let them roam around and play catch and walk them. It's great. We've done our safety briefing, and now we're powering up the quadcopter for the first time this morning, making sure that all the checks are good. If I sound cold this morning, there's a reason for that. It seems to be getting windier and windier and colder as we've been here. Last night it was down in the low 40s, and today it is only supposed to get up to like 63. So with me and my thin Virginia blood, I'm getting chillier and chillier and putting on more and more layers. So we'll see how it goes today. We've got the first weather balloon of the day being inflated, and it'll go up here just very shortly.
All right, okay, all right, good. All right, 3, 2, 1.
We're ready for the first flight of the day. Let's see how we do. Oh no, we're gonna have to calibrate. This we call the drone dance, and what they're doing is you got to rotate this thing on every axis and rotate it around so that the compass and the gyro can recalibrate themselves. And most of the time you don't have to do this very often. We just did it yesterday, and now we're going to have to do it again today because it doesn't want to fly. So once we do this, everything should be back working again.
Good. All right, try this again.
Our NASA folks are taking a look at the data processing that the MITRE folks are doing with the data that we've been collecting. Jake is explaining our software to a pilot from the Forest Service.
It's QGround based. It just lets us put in our own overlays. And then you just have your standard kind of information. We added like a terminate feature, which just basically scuttles it.
Yep.
And the flight planner.
We have the 11 a.m. balloon launch going on. The quadcopter is ready, and Jen is showing Robert how to set up the radio song. Recording. All right. All right, here we go. Second quad flight of the day. Now Jake is showing Jackie, who is the fire sense person, what's going on while we're in the flight.
Okay,
Yep.
You can see it's got negative right now, still coming down. Wind's still coming out of the west. It leans into the wind. Nothing looking very nice.
So they stopped to make sure there was a clear field. This is the area that we're in. We need to make sure that there is nobody in the field. So like I said earlier, there have been people with dogs and stuff that come running. There we go. Good. All right. Well, in the break between the 11 o'clock flight and the 1 o'clock flight, we ran out and got some lunch at a barbecue place, which was fantastic. Now we are back and getting ready to do our 1 o'clock balloon launch and then the 1:15 drone flight. Everything seems to be going real well today. The only issue is that it's freezing cold.
Okay, cool. Yep.
There it goes. For our first flight, I had the camera pointing to the right, which would be at the mountains. The second flight, we pointed it to the left, which would be towards town. And this time, we're pointing it towards the rear of the aircraft, which should be down towards the canyon valley. Recording. For this flight, I wanted to give you a different view, so we are on the other side of the field this time.
Yep, safe.
We just got out of a very productive conference call with the folks back in Langley and got approval from our people that we can do a flight over the mountain. Now we are out doing a group picture. It has gotten more windy here, so now we have two people holding onto the balloon to steady it. They just brought over the head of the Fire Sense program to release this balloon.
Yeah, we need pictures.
Oh, we're getting pictures.
We got the green light. So do you want to count down?
Whoa!
2, 1, launch.
And there it goes. It was a busy end of day. Right at the end of the day after our last Alta X flight, I ended up grabbing our Skydio and putting it up in the air for a practice test flight in rehearsal for flying it tomorrow to take video of one of the Alta X flights. Because I was doing it, I couldn't do any video of it. And then we packed everything up. We took it all back to the university. Most of the folks are going out to eat for supper, but I needed to go for an errand because on the flight in, my carry-on bag got trashed. So I need to get a new carry-on bag. And of course, I'm gonna try to do that at my old standby Goodwill. So I'm gonna pop into the Goodwill thrift store that's here, see if I can find a replacement. If not, I may end up going shopping at the mall and paying full price. We'll see.